Hey guys, and welcome to a new loot video. This time is 1,000 Cadarn Rangers, and if you guys don't know what these are, they're the Elven Warriors in the Cadarn district of the Elf City. So these came out about a week and a half ago, whenever the Elf City actually came out. I don't really remember. And I've actually had this done, like this loot video done for 5 or 6 days, but I just decided to make it now. I just kind of put it off, and yeah, so here it is. And the way I did it was I was doing melee, of course, because, you know, I'm doing the Rangers. And the reason why I didn't do the Majors, or I didn't do a combo, is because the Majors are a bitch to kill because they stun you a lot and stuff. I mean, you can do the anticipation, the freedom, all that kind of stuff, but it really is just way too much work for a monster like that. And another reason why I even did 1,000 was because you do need to kill 1,000 of these guys for a completionist requirement, and I still haven't gotten that back. I still have a few requirements left, but I did do this one a while ago, like I said, 5-6 days, and I thought, why not make it into a loot video of 1,000, because the loot is not that bad. I mean, I was looking at it, it isn't horrible, and the experience is not the best, but it isn't horrible as well. I mean, the kills per hour are roughly 225, 250 an hour or something like that. But I just said a flat 5 hours it took for this loot video because I did kind of AFK it a little bit. So 1,000 kills in 5 hours. You could probably do it in 4 to 4.5 depending on your speed. I wasn't really paying attention hardcore like I usually do. So you can put that into consideration when you do these if you do want to. But if you are ever gonna go for comp, I would definitely recommend doing these guys because you know you have to do them in the first place, and the money it really isn't that bad. I mean, it's over 2 mil an hour from what I've seen, but you'll see in the loot. But as for the drops and stuff, I mean, they drop just a lot of notables, like noted stuff and whatnot, and the charms aren't that bad either. I've noticed that the blues are pretty decent here. Not the best ever, but you know, it's okay. So there really isn't any items from here that are super expensive or super rare, but I did get really lucky here. I did get a 10 palm tree seed drop, which is from the rare drop table, and that's like 1.3 mil or so, so that was really awesome to get, and that did spike up my money per hour significantly, so yeah, it was pretty awesome. For combat experience, I usually don't say my combat experience that I got in the specific loot videos, but I do have them written down. For this one, I did get 616k strength and roughly 200k HP. So you can just do whatever math you want to find the hourly rate. It really isn't the best. But as for a Slayer task, they are really good Slayer tasks. Like, their Slayer experience is amazing. So definitely if you do get them as a Slayer task, I would definitely do them. Like, geez, they are... I've heard upwards of 200k an hour, but you never know if they're ever going to patch that or not. It really just depends, but I'm still working on getting a task myself. I'll get back to you guys on that if I ever do. But I mean, as for like a fun scale, like if this was a fun loot video for me, it was definitely a fun one. Like, I really enjoyed doing it on the stream. Most of it I did like on a school night, so I was, you know, obviously not super energetic and stuff because it's a school night, but it was still a fun thing to do. Yeah, overall, I really enjoyed this one. And I actually think the loot is pretty good for what it took. They do hit a lot, honestly, but my soul split, it kind of nullified all that damage and stuff. I did have to eat a shark here and then, but for the most part, it was pretty straightforward. And yeah, I think that kind of explains Cadarn Rangers. Let's go into the price check and see how much I actually made. I'll meet you guys there. Here we are with the loot from the 1,000. And as you can see in the inventory, I'm going to zoom in on there. As you can see right away, the 1.8 mil cash. That is a pretty good chunk of money just from the coin drops. That is basically all from the coin drops. It's pretty intense how much coins they actually drop. And that pretty much means 1.8k per kill just from coins. So when they drop coins, it's either 8k or 12k. When you see coins on the ground, definitely pick them up because obviously, as you can see, they do add up. So just in this loot video, I got 2 mil from just straight up coins. The next thing I want to talk about is the charms. As you can see, I did kind of mistake that the blues were actually pretty good. As you can see, they're really not that good. I mean, they do add up, but crimsons aren't that bad. You get about 230 from 1,000 kills, and then greens are okay, and then golds are also okay. So I don't really care for those two charms, but it's kind of cool to see how much you get. You know, per monster. But another thing is the rune crossbow drop. I got 100 of them exactly, and that's 8k per rune crossbow. So that's 800k just from there. And then the two herbs right here are the toadflax and the quarms. And, you know, I got roughly around, you know, 200 of each, so that's pretty awesome as well. So a lot of these items just add up. It's really cool to see all these things add up throughout the loot video. The last thing I do want to say is, like any items that are, you know, unique to this monster. And I don't know if it's like 100% unique to these guys, but crystal weapon seeds, when they came out, they were 200k. I don't know how much they are now. What are they? They are 113k. So they're definitely not going to sell for that much. I'd probably say 50k on the nose or something. So definitely not amazing right there, but they are, you know, they add up, I guess. I did get a threading scale, which how much are they now? 341k. So that's cool as well. Let's just price check, see how much this is worth. So right there, 10.5 mil. If it does end up selling for, let's say, 10 mil on the nose, that does mean it was 2 mil an hour. So I was initially saying this is probably going to be 2.2, 2.3 mil an hour when I was doing this and stuff. But yeah, 2 mil an hour is pretty awesome. The experience obviously is 616k or whatever I said earlier. So yeah, overall, I'm pretty happy with how this turned out. Let me sell everything, and I'll be right back with you guys with the final price check. So I finished selling, and I finished with 10.1 mil, so I only lost about 400k, and that was mainly from the crystal weapon seeds that I told you about. They did sell for 55k, so I was pretty close with my estimate, and that means they are half the price of the GE, so I guess they're just not that great of an item for them to drop, you know, to 1/4 of their original price, but 10 mil in 5 hours, that is pretty awesome. 2 mil an hour. Obviously, you can make way more at Frost Dragons or whatever, but the thing is, this is fun. I mean, this is different. This is something new, something I'd never done before. So it was very enjoyable, and I would definitely recommend doing these guys, especially if you get a Slayer task, because their Slayer experience is just OP right now. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video overall. I'll be with you guys in another video sometime in the next few days or so. Until then, have a great time, but I'll see you guys in the next one. As always, have a good day.